What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Mogren looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
And I gotta say, in terms of like what kind of god you are, I feel like this one kind of won and this one kind of didn't. Also, my whole body is burned to a crisp while my body's on fire. I feel like there's like a disassociation here. Oh man, oof.
Aeldys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes. We should welcome Aeldys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Damn, dude.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
And here is the Watcher who killed Lord Harren, the man who tormented his dear niece, Aloth. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
Ew.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia.
Wait a second.
I am impressed.
She's like, yeah, let's welcome him back. And he's like, yeah, let's welcome him back and then cut him in the neck. Ah, that's so evil of you, Hylia. Hylia's like, Nani?
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aeldys may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Aeldys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
What's the point of this exercise?
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aeldys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Mogren grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans.
See what happens when you don't
before he
brush?
has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Mogren stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Mogren speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wedeka waves the gods to silence.
Aeldys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aeldys other than decisive, final action.
There's no cause to act now.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
Don't bring me here and then tell me my opinion's not. Well, then let me go back.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
I got seas to explore.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great... The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the pallid knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
This is bullshit.
I like that. I'll do what I can.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Nice. Okay. Woo!
I got this.
I got this. Fragments of Whispers of Yenwood? Oh. The Blade of Endless Paths.
This. Watch it.
Letter from Ophrah. The gods have blessed me with a son. He is healthy and strong and already so curious. A healthy son is a character that is between 75 and 99% health is considered healthy. Oh, great. Good. He's okay. The Mariner salutes. Can't talk to you.
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple. Tell me what's on your mind?
Any more in the recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep.
That's where most nightmares are.
And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit.
Ew.
Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
Don't worry, we'll figure something out.
Will we? Ought we? I just don't know. I trust you, Watcher. I swear I do. I worry sometimes about what's gonna happen to me. But, well, it's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me. You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
2 whoops and a holler, chat. Shield Sister Delia? Oh, these are all my peoples. Nice. What's up, Aloth?
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
And lonelier. You seem to care for them, but they didn't really know you.
I'm working against one of the most secretive organizations in all of Eora. One with a rather troubled history as far as animancy is concerned. That's not the sort of thing one shares with new friends. Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity.
What exactly were you doing out here?
After we parted, I set out to destroy the Leaden Key. It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret.
Okay. Seems pretty good.
Trying to undo them.
Might as well start with the ones operating from crystal waters and sandy beaches.
It does seem idyllic, but the pamphlets fail to mention the worm nests and sea serpents. The task has been more difficult than I anticipated.
Listen.
I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make. Or the burden of living with them. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's.
Easy, sure. I led you right into the prison of the gods.
What matters is that you got us out again.
Fair. He laces his fingers together, a familiar look of anxiety working its way over his face.
After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations.
Maybe he had an address book. Too bad you burned his robes. He gives you an appreciative smile, but his mind is clearly elsewhere.
Perhaps this would be easier with an example.
You have a robe?
I went to a village in Old Valia. A run-down backwater of a place. Aye, right home like it was.
Aloth's expression shifts as Isilmir briefly emerges. A past iteration of Aloth Corvus's soul, Isilmir was a brash, hill-speaking elven woman who lived in Eder long ago. She awakened in Aloth's soul after his father attacked him and frequently got him into trouble with her cheeky comments and aggressive behavior.
Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult.
So whenever we hear Aloth in combat start putting on that accent, it's her.
The details were lost, but what had endured was
chicken
a
nuggets.
practice of ritual bloodletting.
Hey, Pseudo.
A gruesome, pointless tradition.
Oh.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
You helped him, right?
That's where it gets complicated. The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Theos.
Wicked old bunbag, 'tis what the lad means.
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be free from the bloodletting too. So I arranged for him to have an accident.
And then...
The old man died. And the
So you
villagers
murdered
were
that
terrified.
dude?
They were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it, and every other mishap that befell them, on their lack of faith. So they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week.
Oh. You tried to do the right thing. That's what matters.
Is it? In the end, the villagers suffered more because of my
So
actions.
Lauren said, no, he had an accident. He just said so. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
The villagers chose this dude. They're to blame here, not you.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
Wait, you still haven't told me what the animators have to do with any of this.
Ah, that. I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I've found several references, but I want to be sure.
Ooh.
Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
Oh, man. Apparently we should have insight on our main character. Okay. Damn. What's up, Eder?
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh?
What are your thoughts on Aeldys at the moment?
I want the destruction to stop. I want him to finish what he's doing and then go in peace. Only I don't see it playing out that way, if you like.
What'd you do after we ended the legacy?
I like that feeling, knowing we'd stop Theos. We were part of something big. That was something I never felt before, not even at war. Guess I went looking for it again. Not that I wanted to tangle with gods, but something smaller. Something I thought I could manage. There was that little town, Deerford, we passed through. Got hit real hard by the legacy. I went in and asked their mayor if I could help, and he was real friendly. But then it turned out he was in that Scanite cult they have over there. And when I wasn't looking, he tried to knock me out with a garden hoe. Guess he wanted to drain my blood or gouge out my eyes with rocks or whatever it is they do. Didn't ask. Anyway, I came out of his house carrying his head, and well, I got to be mayor after that. They didn't even want to do an election. I said, if you're sure, and they all nodded, kinda quick-like.
You literally cut his head off and carried it outside?
Some of it I was good at. Welcoming people. Getting them to settle there, keeping order. But there were other things I had no head for. Negotiating.
No, you had a head.
Settling arguments, saying the right things.
Should have used that one.
I think I made a difference, but plenty of folks got hurt along the way. And I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, or if it was the cost of trying to fix things. If you like.
Okay. Let's go.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go.
If I behead Eder, then I'll be the mayor? Is it like a Highlander thing?
Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die. Well, you already did, but me, I mean.
I couldn't go having all the fun by myself.
Oh, real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift.
Damn right.
And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me.
Hasn't always been easy.
Well, that's why I mention it. Sometimes it's been anything but. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this?
I got this really nice compass.
What is it tells you you're on the right path?
I think about what the wrong path would be, and then I do the opposite.
Why didn't I think of that? Could have saved myself some trouble.
Eder heaves a sigh that sounds as if it's been building up for months. His smile is tight-lipped, wistful.
When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aeldys was more like a character we read about in church.
I could see that being an improvement.
Now, just about anything would be at this point. Now, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should.
Adopts a smile and gently pointed finger of a coaxing parent.
You pray to him. He might help you, too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes. Following Aeldys was right. Had no reason to question. Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen?
Of course. Even Aloth wants us to follow him.
I suppose that's true. Not really a point in Aeldys' favor, though. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying, I appreciate the way you've guided things. Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
Cool. Good talk, my brother. Good talk. Okay. Gods, I need a drink. We're gonna be doing that tonight. Okay?
Damn me, the cops run dry.
Unacceptable. Gere.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
And Serafen, I think we're caught up on.
If you be having a tick, Cap.
Oh.
I'll be thinking that,
here we go.
If I be dragging you into these depths, you deserve the full sounding.
It's about Romero, I take it. I'm happy to listen.
When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romero that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he, kept his weather eye open for me. The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnage, our ship hunter, she were all, wet and bothered for doing me harm, and Romero. He protected me. Mentored me too, learned me letters and navigation, handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family.
How'd you end up in trouble with the Principe?
Right, fantastic fucking question, Cap. Word out were mutiny. But I'll be putting about as much stock in that as a dockside doxy for manners. Well, no, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romero, I'll be hunting the truth.
You told me a lot about the two of you, but not much about him.
Fair. He be of Old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, more than half handy at it. More than one swabby be on the old salt of deferral from the wheel.
Were you guys together?
Why, Cap? You be feeling a bit of the old envy? Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but, like I said, we be family. He never took advantage.
Why did this Malnage want to hurt you?
Well, only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offense.
I promise we'll find him.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be holding you to it. Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
Okay. Let's go. The voice sounds familiar. I think that's Liam O'Brien. I want to say. Is that him? Oh. Your watcher. I find myself in need of someone with your particular brand of talents. As our last business transaction went so grandly, I appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. If you're interested, please convene with me in Dunwich. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Nice music. -1 morale water, -1 morale hardtack. We gotta fix that, man. Ooh. Oathbinder's Sanctum. Well, this looks fun. Get this stuff first. Do I have better than water? Do that. Do some ale. There we go. Grog. We'll do that. Hardtack apparently sucks, so let's do fresh fruit. Rice. Put rice up there too. Silverfin. Parloaf. Okay. Cool. Oh, got a cannon upgrade too. I think these are better, right? 2 to 500, 4 turns, 6 to 9. Oh, these are the hognose are faster. I'll take the big ones. I'll take the big ones. Yeah. Okay. Scale armor. All right, cool. Leather armor, okay. Cinder bombs. Great. Okay, let's go check out Oathbinder's Sanctum. You should put the basic supplies, hardtack, and water on the far right because they use it from left to right. Yeah, that's exactly what I just did. After hours spent wandering through the desert, you stumble into a lush oasis nestled against the base of a massive pyramid. You search for an entrance and finally spy one at the very top of a long staircase. It's a tough climb, but that doesn't stop you. Drenched in sweat, you finally enter the welcome shade of the room at the top of the pyramid. Okay. Oh, is this for a quest? Well, it's not going to break it if we look at it now, right?
But the candles keep burning.
Broken crown, symbol of Wodica. Blessed incense. Okay, so Chad is saying do Nekataka first. Okay, let's go to Nekataka first. That's fine. Let's do Nekataka first. Oh. So you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. You know what you did, and I know who you are. And unlike my unfortunate blockhead second in command, I recognize the threat when it smacks me upside the head. Hold on 1 second. By the way, real quick, wanted to point something out in chat real fast. People are not only welcome to have opinions here, but they are welcome to talk about their opinions as well. If you disagree with their opinion, like say if somebody says, I don't like that voice actor, I think he's insufferable. It's fine to disagree with them, but at the same time, respect opinions. So it's totally fine if people want to express that they like or don't like somebody. We just ask that people are kind of, again, respectful about it. And most importantly, if somebody says they don't like something you like, you don't have to defend that or go after that person. Just be like, okay, that's fine. Like it really doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah. So again, just we welcome opinions here, positive or negative. Just, you know, and do your best to respect them. Yeah. Okay. I know what you did and I know who you are, and unlike my unfortunately blockhead second in command, I recognize the threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Aeldys, commander of the goddamn New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the God's effing Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet me under the strictest parley at Force Deadlight. Which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hearthside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. You laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Oh. What if my opinion is that you are a sexy, sexy man and someone else here disagreed with me? Oh, in that case, just let me know the name and we can ban them. Yeah. I mean, we do have limits. All right, let's see. We're almost there. A lethargic, misshapen bird drops a damp missive onto the deck. To Cohh, Captain of the Defiant, I know what you're thinking. I have too many lovable cats, dogs, pigs, birds, and pigs! Like you, I once thought I could take in stray pets, care for their needs, and shower each with equal affection, but we limited beings have only so much love to spread around. Unpleasant, unfair, unfortunate. This is why I took it upon myself to optimize affection and curtail my creature care. I bring you the Critter Cleaver. The Cleaver is a handy, ethics-free apparatus yanked from a genuine Engwithan dig site that restored to glorious functionality. Simply slide your favorite feline down one end and let the Cleaver do its charm. The best is yet to come. See, the Cleaver remembers. Stick a white bird in there, it remembers. Purple pig, it remembers. It even remembers your pet's strength, weaknesses, and favorite places to poop. Now, your furry friend isn't going to just slide out of the Cleaver's business end, same as it went inside. No, they come out different, better sometimes. That's where it gets fun. Combinations. Want a bird to think like a pig? Want a cat to think like a different, better cat? The Cleaver provides. You'd be doing me a favor of epic proportions if you gave the Critter Cleaver a whirl. Once folks see you using it, everyone will want to turn. I've moved it to the far wall of the dark cupboard, which is at Kariki's Overlook in Nekataka. You can find the Cleaver just due west of the Wooden Fella. A friend and fellow animal lover. P.S. I fixed the insert receptacle so that it no longer accepts Orlins and gave it a good scrubbing. You're welcome. What? What is that? Okay. I don't remember that from our last playthrough. Okay. Huh. To the Cleaver! That's right, exactly. To the Critter Cleaver! It combines pets? Oh, wow, wait, I just got a achievement? Oh, I'm getting all the achievements. Nice. Nekataka. That is a proper city. I like it. Isn't there something we have to do here or we miss it permanently? Like at the beginning? Maybe I'm thinking of something else.